You ready to eat some tacos, bro? You ready to eat some tacos, bro?
It's Tuesday drink, more margaritas. I'm with Katrina, she loves Selena. She likes it hard, no soft tortillas. We playing FIFA in Argentina. The sauce is hot, I need Aquafina. Man, I love Taco Tuesday, yeah! To drink tonight. It's Taco Tuesday. We came to eat some fire Mexican food. And if you like to eat like me, you're gonna eat everything. Enchiladas, quesadillas, chips and salsa. We love fajitas, pescado, burrito, chorizo, and chulo.
Well, top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. You want to talk about some technical difficulties today? I don't know. Facebook is about to crash or something. I don't know if they don't like StreamYard or what it is, but I'm only live on YouTube here this morning. So I appreciate the one person that's joining me this morning. Thank you, Justin. It's going to get kind of intimate over here today, baby. So welcome to the show. I don't know what's going on with Facebook, man. I mean, I'm already a day behind. I mean, this Monday night football game's already put me behind. I'm trying to play catch up, and then you go figure Facebook don't want to act right. So I tried to go live on Facebook from StreamYard. It wasn't happening. I tried to go live on Facebook from my phone, and it wasn't happening. So I don't know what the fuck is going on with Facebook, but they getting real ratchet over there. So top of the morning, this is a YouTube exclusive, baby. That's right. He said, I felt like the defense gave the receivers way too much room to catch the ball. I don't think so. You talking about the Bengals still? Justin, is that who you're talking about? We're going to talk about the Panthers this week, baby. We on to the Panthers now. Did you know the Panthers are favored by 2 points on the road? The Cowboys got to travel to North Carolina to play them kitty cats who have could have won a few games, you know, that they lost, actually. And it looks like this team is doing really well, especially playing at home. You know, I've been playing Chuba Hubbard in my fantasy football lineup. So, you know, we're going to be looking ahead to Carolina this week, and I've got a few things I'd like to share with y'all on StreamYard here, especially with Carolina. So if you're going to the game this week, like I said, if you're a new sub here, welcome to the channel. We're live exclusively here on YouTube today. I normally like to use StreamYard to go live on YouTube, LinkedIn, and on Facebook, but I'm live exclusively here on YouTube because Facebook is tripping this morning. I don't know. Let me know. Are y'all seeing some problems with Facebook? I tried to go live via my phone and on StreamYard. I'm thinking, damn, you know, they might shut my damn page down because that's what I'm expecting. You know, you can't put all your eggs in one basket. And so maybe this is going to force me to spend a little bit more time, especially with y'all here today. But we got the Carolina Panthers week 15 on the road. The Dallas Cowboys are 5-8, and we're underdogs going in on the road, especially after a heartbreaking loss to the Cincinnati Bengals. You know what I mean? Especially on that muff punt, the way that we lost. You know, that was a close game, 27-20. The Bengals won. I know you all tapped in, but, you know, there's going to be a lot of fans going to North Carolina this week. I know quite a few fans in North Carolina. So shout out to the Cowboy Stars of the Carolinas this morning. That's right. That's right. That's right. What up, Prototype? Appreciate you tapping in. I'm glad you found me. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. It's tripping. But do me a favor, Sarah, will you share this video into OAT and also share it in the Cowboy Cousin supporters group so people can get on the live here this morning with us. In case folks are going to Carolina, I want to make sure they understand where to go in terms of who to follow for the upcoming tailgate and things like that. So we got over 8,000 subs here on YouTube. I very rarely go live exclusively here, but thanks to the circumstances this morning, I'm labeling this a technical difficulty Wednesday. I mean, shit, Taco Tuesday is supposed to be on Tuesday. I'm like a day late. So that Monday night football game with Cincinnati kind of put me behind. So I'm playing catch up here now, but we'll get it caught up here by the end of the week. I'll be live again on Thursday with my prime time picks. But do I have anybody listening here today going to North Carolina? You got a big time tailgate going down out there. The showdown, throwdown. That's right. Shout out to Cowboy Stars of the Carolinas. It's going down no matter if the rain's coming down or not. So let's just take a quick look at the weather report for everybody that's going out to Carolina this week. You know, that's always something to look at, especially if you're a traveling Dallas Cowboy fan. You want to take a look at the weather because if you plan on going to a tailgate, you know, looking at the weather report might be a good indication of how you need to dress, especially now that we're in December. Ho, 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 right? It's cold in some places of the world, but some it's not. So we're going to take a look at this 10-day weather report here this morning. If you take a look on Sunday, the 15th there, 56 degrees, 56 as a high, 44 degrees low. They look like they got about a 35% chance of rain. So you want to make sure you incorporate that into your schedule. If you're traveling to Carolina this weekend, potentially you're going to see some rain. So make sure you wear your raincoats and, you know, whatever else in case, you know, it gets a little chilly out there and it gets a little wet because the showdown, throwdown that's going down in Carolina, there's going to be hundreds of Cowboys fans there to check out the tailgate. And just let me show you right quick the flyer if you're just tapping in. I want to welcome everybody to the show. If you're on YouTube and you subscribe to this channel, pop in and say hi. Let's get acquainted here this morning. I probably need to do more of these exclusives, especially because StreamYard and Facebook don't seem to go together, if you know what I mean. But we'll get up this flyer here right quick. So if you're planning on going to Carolina this weekend, it's the showdown, throwdown, baby. Yeah, big time tailgate going down in Carolina, baby. There is your showdown, throwdown, takeover flyer right there. It's a day party from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. They got a tailgate block party. Now, this tailgate's probably going to sell out. Admission $50 for the day party, $100 for the tailgate party. Now, this is a supreme tailgate. This ain't no boo-boo. You show up and you get a little plastic plate with a hot dog and a hamburger and some chips, and that's it. I mean, this is going to have a full open bar. They're going to have all kinds of stuff. I know the Cowboy Stars of the Carolinas love to put on out there when the Cowboys visit the Carolinas because they've done that recently here before. So shout out to Tina Mosley, the president out there. That's right. It's going down this weekend at Charlotte at the showdown, throwdown. So we're excited about that. But if you're tapping in for the first time, give me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from, baby. She says, what's good? She says, I can't not on Facebook right now. I see, you know, there's problems with Facebook. I don't know. You can't post or whatever. Maybe that platform is about to go down. And so that's a shout out to all of the creators here, especially on YouTube. You know, if you're a YouTuber and if you're monetized here, congratulations. You know what I mean? But you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket because being monetized on Facebook and nowhere else might set you up for failure. So that's why we're trying to move over here to Facebook a little bit more. And in 2025, we want to get the channel monetized here. But you'll start seeing a lot more exclusive content on how to connect with fans, where to go, especially like what we're talking about here today on tailgates. I know a lot of folks like to come to the YouTube channels, especially if our Cowboys bloggers and vloggers, and you're looking for the up-to-date information. Well, let's go to Facebook and let's take a look at what we had going on since the outage, right? If I can pull it up. Maybe catch y'all up on some of the posts that's over there on Facebook this morning to get us caught up on some of the news because there's been some things shaking around. Justin says the secondary on the defense was too far away from the receivers. Oh, you're talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a beef you're going to have to take up with Al Harris. If that's the covers that they're calling because they don't want to get torched up close like, you know, Deron Bland got torched by, you know, Jamar Chase there for that game-winning touchdown. That's probably why they were running soft covers because, I mean, look, Joe Burrow and his receivers are top-notch. I mean, they're top tier. You know what I mean? That was Trayvon Diggs' first game back after nursing that calf injury. I'm not trying to make excuses, but Joe Burrow and the Dallas Cowboys secondary, he kind of lit them up a little bit. So I would beef that with Al Harris if that's the case, Justin. But thank you for the context as always. I know you're always tapped in no matter when I'm live. So thank you for the support over here. But yeah, getting back to Facebook. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Facebook, but we're going to take a look at some of the updated news. So here it is right here. Everybody seen the muffed punt, right? Everybody was wondering what the hell was Arurier doing, right? If I can say his name right. Let me make sure I get his name right? Cowboys special teams coach John Fassel explained the block punt happened so quickly that Amani Arurier heard the roar of the crowd and nothing else. The ball bounced by him and reacted to trying to catch the ball. Fassel said he told Arurier, if I'm in your place or if I'm in your shoes, I'm probably going to handle it too. Fassel said he talked to Arurier today and he said he was in good spirits. Fassel said that he was doing well and adding that Arurier didn't cost them the game. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that because I also heard Mike McCarthy on an interview talking about that he got what John Fassel after the play to try to communicate. I guess him, John, and Jerry had to sit down and talk about that to get their shit straight. Like, why is we on a punt return, but we're on a punt block? Did y'all catch that a little bit as we get ready to transition back into Carolina and how to connect with fans here? Going back over the pivotal play of the Bengals game that cost the Cowboys at home from going on their second home game win. I don't know about that because I'm thinking as a special teams coach, you're having this conversation with your players before the ball is snapped. Like, look, we're on a punt return. If the punt gets blocked, don't touch the ball. It's that simple. But y'all tap in and let me know what's your thoughts on that. Are y'all buying what Jerry, John, and Mike McCarthy are selling us in terms of Mr. Arurier on this muffed punt? Because Mike McCarthy is in the media on the postgame report talking about that it was a punt return, not a punt block. But he said it was a punt return with some rushing involved. I want y'all to think about that. So as we go back over some of the latest and greatest, yeah, this was coming out after the game because everybody was concerned, like, why is Arurier going after the ball when clearly, he shouldn't be because, we need that in terms of getting the ball back in order to win the game or have a chance at winning the game, maybe setting up a long field goal for a Brandon Aubrey, right? So what do y'all think about that in terms of the excuse that we're getting on why there was a muffed punt? And, a lot of the Cowboy fans are saying that Arurier didn't deserve that. A lot of the Cowboy players felt bad because Arurier was activated from the practice report, and then he came in on that pivotal play of the game and cost us the game. I mean, you can call it what you want to. Communication is any organization's greatest challenge. And I don't think the communication was done with this special teams unit prior to that play happening. That's just me. Because after you take a look at what came out in terms of John and his response, and also, them saying Arurier said that he heard the crowd, he didn't know what happened, and all of a sudden he seen the ball and tried to make a play on it. But that's what you got to look at and say, well, if we had the conversation in the huddle before the play to say, if the ball is blocked, don't touch the ball. But why are we trying to block the ball if we're really on a punt return? I don't think many folks are picking up what I'm putting down, but y'all throw up a comment in there and let me know what you think about that as we continue to go through some of the Facebook latest and greatest. Yeah, Jerry Jones out here talking about Mike McCarthy still, right? Let's just take a listen to that. As that is a minute clip, we'll go through that so that way y'all can get
outstanding record.
Y'all can understand what's going on with Jerry. Let me know, can y'all hear the volume on that? Because, I'm having technical difficulties this morning. I want to make sure.
Well, let me just say this quickly. And Mike is an outstanding coach. He has an outstanding record. He's got great experience. A lot of what he's about, some of the benefits that we're having out there, we're gaining from the type coach that he is. And so there's an old adage, when you start thinking about any coaches, you better give it a good look because he is one of the most outstanding. I think he just passed Parcells in his one-loss percentage. So, again, I've spoken to that about any consideration I'm having, but this was a hard one for him tonight, I'm sure.
What do y'all think about Jerry's comments right there post-game talking about Mike McCarthy, giving Mike McCarthy still a nudge of confidence? You know, there seems to be this aura that Mike McCarthy may be retained, not only if he can get this team to 500 before the season's over with, but also despite everything the Dallas Cowboys have faced on the injury report. You know, I found it kind of interesting during week 14 on the Thursday night football game, right? That they kicked off with, who was that? That was Green Bay and Detroit, right? When they kicked off that Green Bay and Detroit, which by the way, last week I went 9-4 on my picks. I went 2-1 on prime time. I did have the Lions over the Green Bay Packers, but before that game, there was an announcer from the NFL Network saying that the Lions had 13 people on their injury report. And I said, damn, only 13? And then they were giving props to Dan Campbell and their defensive coordinator in terms of they had 6 backup players on their defense, which they still were able to squeeze a win and handle Green Bay on Thursday Night Football. But I got a question. You know, the Cowboys had 17 to 18 people on an injury report before, but we never heard anybody in the media come out and say, well, the Cowboys are challenged because of the injury report. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Y'all throw a comment up there and let me know the comments are working, baby. As we're live here on exclusively on YouTube, taking a look at all of the news and notes going around with the Dallas Cowboys over the last couple of days. Normally, I like to be live on Facebook, but Facebook tripping this morning, y'all. I don't know what's going on. As we got the HOA, always likes to come by when I'm live. You know, it's technical difficulties. You got to love it, baby. You're always going to face some adversity, especially for all my creators out there. Don't give up. Like Dak hasn't given up. I just got a question. How is Dak able to have sex with a hamstring injury? Have you ever thought about that? Or maybe did Dak Prescott have a hamstring injury, getting his lovely wife to be pregnant with their second child? That's right, family of 4. Breaking news as that broke yesterday. Dak Prescott and his wife or wife to be Sarah is expecting another baby. They've already had baby MJ. The little girl looks beautiful there. As you can see, they've got the photos up from the ultrasound there announcing that they have a family of 4. I don't know. Is this good press for Dak Prescott, especially now being out with an injury? Because it seems like everybody got something to say. I mean, I even see Cowboy fans mad Dak is having babies out of wedlock. I can't talk. I've been there and done that. But, you know, is that really the case here? I mean, is this just more news for the Cowboys while Dak Prescott is injured? First, it was he had too many water bottles because he looked like he was hydrated a couple of games ago, and now he's announcing that he's having a baby. I just want to know, did Dak and Sarah get pregnant before the injury or after the injury? Because if it was after, I'm kind of curious. Like, how do you do that? You know what I mean? With all of that mechanical equipment on your leg after that surgery you had from that torn avulsion off your bone. But that's in other news here too as well. And then going back, this is the big news right here that broke yesterday. We were waiting on the findings of the injury, the gruesome injury, ACL, PCL, TCL, MCL. I don't know, all the CLs. It's just terrible. It's disgusting, y'all, that this young man, DeMarvion Overshown, is out and possibly won't see the field even after all the way through next season. They're saying his return is probable for the 2026 season after he faced a injury in his rookie season and had to miss the entire season and came back and was having such a great year to start out with the Cowboys. Electric on defense. Looks like a great pair with Micah Parsons, as Micah Parsons even shedded a tear saying, that's little bro. But ACL, MCL, PCL, all of that, he's torn. He's going to be out till 2026, y'all. Like, this is, it just, when it rains, it pours. But you don't hear announcers coming up talking about, well, the Cowboys have so many injuries. Nobody was coming out when the Cowboys was getting stomped on a 5-game losing streak talking about we had 18 people on the injury report. So going back to last week on Thursday's game between Green Bay and Seattle, I find that really interesting that the announcer got up there and said that the Lions have 13 people on their injury report. And oh my God, how are they continuing to play the way that they are? Things that make you go, especially on Technical Difficulty Wednesday, right? Justin says Jimmy Johnson said he wouldn't have given Dak a new contract. Well, I think Jimmy's trolling. You know, it's an advantageous spot for Jimmy to be able to troll at this particular point. But he did have a good point, so I'll entertain that for you right quick. Justin, when he did say that, he said if it was me, I wouldn't have let Jerry pay Dak that money. He would have had to play that out. But let's rewind to the beginning of the season, right? And I told you I believe that CD and Dak both are going to get their deals prior, you know, in training camp, essentially. I said first couple of weeks, you know, I was down there at training camp on location. I was hoping that the news would break. One of their contracts would have been done, so it would have been live on location. But it didn't work out. We know we've seen it. Those deals go down to the last few days right before the season kicked off. But with that being said, Dak wouldn't have played this season anyway. I don't think Dak would have came in had Jerry not given him that contract, Justin, and played without a contract. Why? Because if Dak would have tore his hamstring off that bone like he did this season, think about it if Dak would have never gotten paid. Now, Jimmy also said that because Dak got hurt, it would have saved the Cowboys money. But I don't believe players now, especially at skill positions like quarterback, wide receiver, running back, are going to take that gamble and come in and bet on themselves like that. So I think it's really just a trolling matter for Jerry or for Jimmy Johnson at this point, Justin, but great context there. Thanks for tapping in as always and holding it up for the YouTube subs. I think Justin is the top YouTube sub over here, always tapping in and pitching in on the content. But yeah, I think Jimmy's just straight up trolling, if you ask me. Straight up trolling. And so the Cowboys are underdogs going on the road to Carolina. That's right. Underdogs. Shout out to Cowboy Stars of the Carolinas. Here is a photo from the home opener with Tina Mosley and her crew. As you see just to my left, you see me bending down there. We're at Stony Smithsonian in Arlington. That's right. Open for tours. Every home opener, you can expect BG and BDG Network to be there at the home opener doing tours with the Stony Smithsonian there in Arlington. So that was her club there, Cowboy Stars of the Carolinas. They will be hosting the Cowboys Showdown, Throwdown this weekend. As you take a look, here is the flyer again on how to connect with Cowboy fans out there. So if you're watching this, please share this video with somebody you know going to Carolina that's going to be at the game so they can figure out how to link up with other Cowboy fans. So special shout out to Cowboy Stars of the Carolinas. And also, by the way, there is a camo and takeover party. Shout out to Fan Zone this weekend. Tattoos and Booze is where it's going down. There you see the flyer. Shout out to Fan Zone there. So if you're looking to travel into Carolina this weekend, make sure you bring some raincoats and some warm gear because it's going to be a little chilly and possibly 35% chance of rain. But it's going to be a couple of things you can do while you're there. And like I said, moving into 2025, we'll be sharing more information as I get my schedule together. It's already pretty much coming together until next fall. We're going to have something going down every month where Cowboy fans can connect with other Cowboy fans here. And so we'll be doing that exclusively live here as we talk about your Cowboys. So Cowboys underdogs on the road. Are the Cowboys winning or should the Cowboys tank? Because a lot of folks are saying now, well, we lost to the Bengals and the Cowboys still remain at the 12th draft spot currently, right? We still have retained the 12th overall draft pick and the number one draft after we lost to the Cincinnati Bengals. So do y'all see the Cowboys losing now in Carolina? Do we go into Carolina, take a win and go to 5-9? Because I know for every game that we continue to lose, that Fire McCarthy message is going to get even louder as we've seen Dak come out in the media and support him. We've seen Jerry Jones come out in the media and support him. We've seen Stephen Jones come out on the fan and support him. Everybody's in support of Mike McCarthy because they're saying what a horrific season it's been with all of these injuries, right? As it continues to rain on the Dallas's parade with the loss of DeMarvion Overshown. I'm telling you, we just can't catch a fucking break, man. You know, the injury opponent has decimated teams and caused people to realize that you face 4 opponents every week as an NFL team. Like I said, the Cowboys go on the road to play the Carolina Panthers. Then we got the discipline department. So let's talk about that a little bit. Where are the Cowboys on the discipline department? And what do I mean by that? Well, you will never hear me say we lost because of the refs. It's the refs. The refs made the call and we lost, right? You'll never hear me say no shit like that. But I will tell you, the Dallas Cowboys can lose some games due to discipline, because currently the Cowboys are averaging 6 flags a game. Now, granted, we only got, I think, 2 or 3 flags in this game against Cincinnati where the Bengals had 10, but we still came up on the short end of the stick. Under Mike McCarthy, the Dallas Cowboys continue to lead not only the NFC East, but they're in the top 10. Currently, the Cowboys are ranked number 8th in the league with 90 penalties. And as you can see, there's the rest of the NFC East report. Week 14, I've been a couple of weeks behind, but wanted to catch up. I'm telling you, I'm trying to catch up here. We're going to be good to go going into 2025. A lot of things happening, a lot of things going on the schedule, so bear with you. But there's Giants at 83, there's the Eagles at 81, and the Washington Commanders at 78 flags, respectively. So why am I tracking the penalties? A lot of people say, why are you putting up the dirt like that? Why do you put up the penalties on the Cowboys like that? Well, it comes down to fucking discipline. Why are some teams not penalized as much as others? You take a look at that. 78 penalties to 90 penalties. That's Dan Quinn, former defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, leading the Washington Commanders with the most disciplined team right now in the division with 78. The Eagles at 81, and they're our current leader. As you can see, the current snapshot of the NFC East, that's right there. Eagles at 11-2, Commanders at 8-5, Cowboys 5-8, Giants at 2-11, where the Giants have the number 1 pick overall in the draft currently. So do the Cowboys lose going into Carolina? Do we try to increase our chances of moving up that draft board, or any experts tapping in? Y'all let me know in the comments. Give me your feedback there. But yeah, the injury opponent. So going back to the 4 opponents, you got Carolina, you got the injury opponent. I'm sorry, we got the disciplined opponent, which we talked about now with the referees. And then you got the injury opponent. Now, the Cowboys have been fighting the injury opponent all season. We continue to with the recent loss of DeMarvion Overshown out for until the 2026 season. That's ridiculous. You know, I just can't imagine what that young man is going through after coming back from one injury mentally and then gaining momentum on the team just to go down, to have to go right back through the same shit. Like, think about that. The mental wear and tear, not just on one injury. You got to understand. You know, I tell my son Bryce, who's a football player, he's a freshman in high school right now, Graham Kapowson in Washington State. I tell him your body is a business. What you put in, you have to pay attention. You develop this, you know, as you're growing, you're still growing. You know, he's 14 going through a growth spurt. I'm telling you, you're going to get bigger. Your body's going to get bigger as he continues to put on weight. He's almost throwing up 300 pounds in the damn, and on the weight, on the bench press. So I'm just like, your business is a body. But when people take injuries like this hurts folks, not only physically, but mentally. And I think mentally the Dallas Cowboys have had this black injury cloud over the team when it comes to the injury opponent. And that's the number 3 opponent. So you got the Carolina Panthers, you got the disciplined opponent, you got the injury opponent, and then you got the all-favorite sports book opponent. Now, the Cowboys are underdogs on the road. The Cowboys are underdogs at home by 5.5 points by the Bengals. And so the Cowboys are going in this week. I think we're going to see another heavy dose of Rico Dowdle, which, by the way, he has now completed his 2nd game, rushing over 100 yards. You know, we got to give it up. You know, we finally have found our run game. A lot of folks are trying to figure out, you know, the Cowboys running back by committee or whatnot. Then they came out and said, we're not doing that anymore because Rico has solidified his RB1 status. And with that being said, I think that bodes well. We need to keep Rico healthy. Because if you take a look at this draft, I don't think at number 12, if we happen to stay, you know, around the top 10 or outside the top 10, we're not going to be able to draft nobody named Ashton Jeanty. You know, Rico Dowdle's on the 1-year deal right now currently with the Dallas Cowboys, and I believe the Dallas Cowboys will re-sign him next year as RB1 and get him on the cheap. Why should we, you know, go all in and try to draft a guy like a running back, a big name running back like an Ashton Jeanty? Do y'all remember what we went through with Ezekiel Elliott and his contract? I think the Cowboys cut some corners, literally, and re-sign Rico next year, solidifying our RB1. You got Dak Prescott, who's had that surgery, that's going to be back on time now for OTAs, right? Dallas Cowboys going to have to go back into the trenches on the draft. And so I'll be having my girl Kels with the intels here with me as we go through some mock draft boards in January and in February as the season finishes. You got Super Bowl 59 going down in New Orleans. And then after we shut down New Orleans, we'll be into the offseason technically, and we'll go through March. Out in March, we'll be on the road. That's right. April will be on the road. So shout out to One Star One Family out there in April. We'll be live April 12th for the 4th annual Unity Barbecue. So shout out to everybody on Facebook that's familiar with my Gym Rat of the Year program. We're in our final month where we're going to select our 12th Gym Rat of the month. And then all 12 Gym Rats will be able to participate to be flown to Bakersfield, have lodging, and get into the 4th annual Unity Barbecue. And then there's a golf tournament. That's an all NFL golf tournament. On Monday, you'll be able to exclusively play with BDG. We'll have our team in there too as well. That's in April. Then in May, your boy is going to be out in VA. You know what I mean? Yeah, VA is going to be in the building. So shout out to my girl, Cowboys Candy. We're going to be out in Virginia Beach in May for the Star Divas NFL Bash. And so let me just pull that up for you right quick so y'all can take a look at it. That's a Facebook want to play, right? I don't know. I was thinking it was going to crash. I was thinking maybe they shut my page down this morning. I couldn't go live. I was live on StreamYard, and then they're saying, oh, there's a problem with Facebook. Sorry, come back and check later. We're having technical difficulties. Well, no shit, Chuck. Here we go. You can take a look at the Star Divas NFL Beach Bash. Shout out to all my Cowboy fans on the East Coast. Are you a sub here on YouTube that's a Cowboys fan that likes to travel during the off season? You want to connect with other Cowboy fans? Well, here's your opportunity. I'll place this link in the comments. You can follow the page here. All the updates. We'll be promoting this event. Yours truly is a co-host on this event with my girl Candy. As you can see, we'll pull up the flyer here for you to see. Boom, there it is right there. Star Divas NFL Beach Bash. That's right, not affiliated with the NFL. But this is her 4th annual Beach Bash going down to Virginia. This is during the off season. This is in May, in mid-May. And so if you are on the East Coast, you want to come out, check this flyer out. Make sure you follow that page that's in the comments. So I know if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, you want to follow them over there on Facebook. There is the actual flyer. Yours truly, VIP. I will be co-hosting with my girl Candy Cowboys. This is her 4th annual event. She's been a supporter of my content here for 3 years on Facebook. So I'm going to finally get out to her event. We're going to connect with all of East Coast fans and unify the BDG network. But yeah, May and then June, we got our Great Alaskan fishing trip. So I've got a calendar plumb full of stuff to do during next off season, leading right up to training camp back in Oxnard. I'll be back in Oxnard on August. And then September, we'll be back for the home opener. And like I said, you'll see more tours going down like this, especially with Cowboy Stars of the Carolinas who were there at the home opener against New Orleans this year. We will have an exclusive VIP group for Stony Smithsonian from the BDG network. So that's going to be a first-time exclusive as they get their Airbnb up. So I'm really excited about that. A lot of off-the-field events going on this offseason. That's why I've been busy planning and trying to catch up. But we'll get everything back on track here Thursday. I'll be live again with my primetime thoughts. Got 4 primetime games coming up this week on week 15. You got 2 games on Monday night. You got one on ABC, one on ESPN. Then tomorrow night, we got Thursday night football. You got, let's take a look here. We got the Rams visiting the Niners. You got Green Bay on Sunday night football at Seattle. Then you got Chicago and Minnesota, ABC, first game on Monday night football. And then on ESPN, you got ATL visiting the Las Vegas Raiders. So I'll be back live on Thursday to share my primetime picks with you, but wanted to get it in here today. So it's kind of a technical difficulty trying to put some shit together, make some shit happen. I wanted to get in the gym regardless. I know it was a day late on Taco Tuesday, so I apologize. That won't happen again. but it got me an exclusive over here with YouTube. So if you happen to watch this after the fact, make sure you like and comment on this video and let me know what are your Carolina score predictions versus the Cowboys this week. So throw up your score predictions this week. We'll be live again on Thursday here with my primetime pick. So I'll give y'all my score prediction on that on Thursday. But if you watch this after the fact here today, make sure you like and comment on the video. Throw up your score predictions between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. And lastly, for all my supporters that are on Facebook, you still got the How to Claim the Crown going down. So if you're on Facebook and you support my content, you can go and cast your Carolina Cowboy predictions to find out if anybody's going to get a perfect score this week and predict it so they can finally claim the crown. We're on week 7. Nobody has been able to claim the crown yet. So shout out to everybody that's been participating. If you go to the page, I'll just show you better than I can tell you before we get out of here this morning. Jump over here to the Facebook page. I'll share this link in the comments for everybody that's on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube and you have Facebook, you can check us out. Love to have you come over there, give us a follow, connect with us. You know, we're not just fanboys on the internet talking about our team. We actually travel and get around. This shit is a lifestyle for some. You know what I mean? Shout out to all my Built Different folks over there on Built Different group. But if you scroll up here to the top, check out the featured posts. Sorry, we got Woody still hanging up. Woody's up for grabs. So top stars for the month of December is going down there with Woody. As you see, Woody's hanging out with me in the lab. But if you just click on this link here, go to the reel for the Claim the Crown reel, and then put in your Cowboys, Panthers predictions. There you go. A fresh comment there. So shout out to all my Green Bear supporters that's on Facebook. Make sure y'all jump over there and check out How to Claim the Crown. We have had nobody win that yet. So that's your opportunity to win this custom, well, actually exclusive Dallas Cowboys crown. You see it's got the crown bag with the Cowboy star. This is a limited edition 2024. You know, every year crown comes out with these bottles. So shout out to my Cowboy fans. You know, you got to drink a little something or smoke a little something, especially to be a Cowboy fan. You know what I mean? So I'm about to roll me something up this morning because I've had some technical difficulties, baby. I got to put my problems in the air, if you know what I mean. I appreciate y'all tapping in here with me today. It's been kind of an impromptu show here on YouTube, trying to get my shit back together. So we'll see if Facebook can get theirs together today and we can get back up and running over there. But thank you, especially to all my diehards like Sarah. Says I cannot on Facebook right now. I'm with you. I'm about to go over there and try to check it out too as well. And shout out to my guy Justin Jones or Justin Rose here tapping in with me always on YouTube, man. I appreciate that. So welcome everybody to the channel here. I'm BG. I monitor this channel here, upload this channel here. We're going to be talking about how you can connect with Cowboy fans on this channel here this year. So tag somebody in the comments below. Make sure you share this video. Watch this after the fact. Make sure you use hashtag replay. And we'll see y'all in the gym on the next episode Thursday with Primetime Thoughts and your boy as I give y'all my 4 primetime picks, baby. We'll see y'all in the gym on the next episode.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night, the party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.